What's up guys, the Hunted Reaper here, and today's video is going to be State of Decay. I have some day 10 gameplay footage, and basically I'm going to show you some tips and tricks and some things I learned from the 10 days that I've been alive as a survivor in this world. I have another world that I'm just like kind of fucking around in, and I've had some experiences on that one too, so I'll tell you guys some advice that I learned and how to keep your characters that you like alive, because trust me, they die quick, and they die without hesitation sometimes, and it is crazy. So I'll break down this whole thing in the video. Hopefully you guys like, subscribe, comment, and yeah, without further ado, let's get this thing started. So I'll start off with a little tip that a lot of people actually haven't heard about yet, and it's if you start a second community, you can actually skip the tutorial and start out with 3 like hand-picked players. So you can kind of gather the tools and resources you need on your second playthrough a lot easier than your first without having to play the lousy tutorial. It kind of just starts you off wherever you want to be in a random area. It's actually pretty cool. And this gameplay you're seeing right now is actually from my second save file. I chose 3 girls because they had like the best stats for some reason, and it was pretty cool to start, and one of them actually died. One of the OG 3 died, and it was pretty quick too. I'll tell you guys how quick it was. So it was the first time we encountered other people who were hostile in the game, and basically what happened was I turned away for 5 seconds, a guy is beating this girl down with a baseball bat, and she is dead 2 seconds later before I could even get to her. And I was like, what the fuck? They're more dangerous than most of the zombies in this game, and like the juggernauts are the only zombies who've like really been able to take down another character of mine, and that was a little later. But other than that, the other zombies don't immediately take people down like that. So if I have anything, and this is tip number 2, if I have anything to say about this, please be aware that humans and like juggernauts are the most dangerous people in the game, and humans especially, because they have guns, they shoot, people can't run away. As soon as you're fighting a person, it becomes more dangerous to the game, and it's really apparent. So if you've been paying attention to the lovely gameplay I have today, that rhymed, and also pop quiz, I have a lot of guns. I have a lot of good guns too. I have a rifle that holds 50 bullets with a suppressor on it that takes 22 rounds, some of the most common ammunition in the game. And how do I get all these things? Because a lot of people are trying to find things, and they only find the same types of pistols, the same types of shotguns, these slower guns with no good mods in them, and they have to wait until, you know, they build a crafting station. I don't even have a workshop yet, and I got these guns, and it's all from picking and choosing my missions properly, which if you thought this video had 2 tips like a Q-tip, there's number 3. That was a really bad rhyme. I'm gonna leave the pun in there so you guys can fucking hate me for it, though. Like, I'm gonna leave that terrible joke in there so people can literally despise me in the comments. So like if you hated that, and dislike if you liked it. Actually, like if you hated and liked it, and like if you didn't dislike it and didn't like it. Yeah, that's a conundrum right there. But let me go on to tip number 3, which is pick the right missions. I've been selecting missions in this game because of the fact that a lot of the missions in this game seem stupid. I don't want to help people ransack nail salons. I'd rather help people ransack ammunition facilities or find new territories. There's a lot of choice in this game, and you have to be able to choose the right missions. Like, I chose a string of missions called My Aunt the Prepper, and it got me a lot of the guns that you see here. It's because of the fact that I saw Prepper, and I'm like, wait, Prepper's house? All these Preppers usually have good shit on them. Preppers are people who prep for the end of Doomsday, right? So, if you do that string of missions, I actually got like 2 shotguns, a pistol, over 60 bullets, 2 rucksacks full of food, basically everything the 2 people could carry. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna go into talking about the uses of cars and trucks and stuff, and that'll kind of be tip number 4, just because I fucking said so, and also, it's like a bunch of tips muddled into one little big thing. So, if you guys have noticed, I'm traveling with a car and a person, and that's because I usually gather a lot of shit on these giant runs that I do. I travel all across town, and anything I see that interests me, I just go to. Instead of using the map and stuff to plot out my courses even sometimes, I just like to roam around and see what's around me. And what that does is it makes me get a lot of shit all the time, and my characters usually can't, you know, they're not able to carry all of it, and it encumbers them like you're seeing right here, and I have to do some crazy shit like that. And so what I do is I take a car with me at all times. It's because the car can carry up to 6 items. You can actually carry 6 rucks in the car too. It doesn't matter what type of item, as other players kind of matter. You can only carry 1 ruck per player, as we know. So that's why I like to bring 2 players and 1 car, because these players can carry items, the car can carry their rucks, and actually bigger cars I think have the capability of carrying more things. I'm pretty sure the meta medical truck that I use actually had more slots to carry shit in. So carrying a car with you at all times is awesome. It's also a great way to get the fuck out of Dodge. Let's say you're playing as one of your awesome characters and you see 3 juggernauts approach for some reason. I wouldn't understand why you would see 3, but shit would kind of hit the fan and you want to get out of there. The only thing that can outrun a juggernaut is a car. So you might as well hop in that Mustang and drive the fuck out of there. Now if you have a base, you've noticed that you have parking spots around that base, and they're not just pretty places to put your pretty little piece of metal, they're actually awesome places to put a bunch of rucksacks in and just transfer them immediately to the base. All you have to do is press one button and all the rucksacks in the car are immediately transferred to the base, so you don't have to run back and forth. And trust me, I did this like 5 times before I noticed you can actually do that. So I was backtracking a lot and I was like, this game's fucking stupid. I have to do this for this is work. And all the whole time I was playing it, the option was right there. So who's the real stupid one? I guess the idiot gamer who got mad at the fact that he couldn't see letters. So I'm gonna give you guys one last tip before I end this video. I showed you some gameplay of day 10, and I'm gonna show you some gameplay of my base coming up next, so I hope you guys enjoy that one. But before you go, I'm going to give you guys tip number 5, but also before that, please remember to subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I do try to work hard on these videos, and I hope that you guys enjoy them. So my 5th and final tip is, when you find new survivors later in the game, you may be full up on people, but they actually have some awesome shit on them. Some of the people that I found have been carrying some automatic guns, a lot of bullets, ton of bombs, a lot of good shit on them too, which is awesome. And you get that by doing the missions where you find the outsiders and stuff like that. You can also call for that on the radio, but just make sure that you keep tabs on new survivors. I know bases can be hard to manage, but if you ever have someone who dies, or if you ever have a character that's just starting problems and a character that you just fucking hate, you can always trade them out for a brand new, fresh survivor who usually later in the game has better stats that are acclimated to your actual rank in the game. So if you have 8,000 influence or something like that, you're probably going to be seeing more characters. Or if you're the most, the coolest house, or if you're on day 45, you're gonna see the best survivors. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, I'm the Hunted Reaper. I hope you guys enjoyed me beating the fuck out of this stupid ass Plague Heart and blowing it up right here. I timed that pretty well. And once again, be sure to subscribe. I'm gonna have a lot more State of Decay 2 videos. There is a bunch of shit to cover. I do also a bunch of other videos doing a bunch of other things. The only way you could properly see without me explaining it for 45 minutes is if you go and visit my channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, I'm the Hunted Reaper. Peace out.